Hello. What's good, everybody? It is Thursday night, so we are ready to get back into it. The boys, and can it actually be over? We're going to be talking about 7 and 8, the finale. Of course, we're going to be talking about it with the one, the only Phantom D Saint. What's good, brother?
Yo, what up, everyone? Cannot wait to talk about 7 and 8, the finale of The Boys. Still supporting Homelander's answers.
Oh, man. A bunch of nonsense. We already hear the laugh from the queen herself. What's up, Queen May K. Ave? How we doing today?
I'm here, man. I'm here, ready to get these last two eps in. And yeah, there are many shenanigans on multiple levels afoot in these two episodes.
Oh, the shenanigans are real, and we're about to get into it, talking about all things The Boys, Season 4, Episode 7. This one's just simply called The Insider. And it looks like we're getting Christmas in July as they open with the Vought Christmas show. And again, we get soup puppets, but this time it's not imaginary. It's an actual Vought Christmas special starring Ryan. And just like in life, they are pumping messaging to the little ones through song. I mean, how messed up was that, fandom? I heard you singing backstage.
Of course, you see something, you say something, man. But yeah, anything when I'm seeing these puppets, I'm thinking back to Gen V with I forgot what's his face when you be seeing like puppets and things.
Sam?
Black Noir when he be seeing puppets as well. And then we bring it right back to this episode, these damn puppets. I'm like, what the hell is up with you, Eric Ripley? Like, oh, what's up, man? I don't remember no puppets in Supernatural. So I don't know if this is like a new kick for you or something.
Hey,
but yeah, it's a good way for propaganda.
Oh, it's amazing. I was loving it. What did you think about all these puppet shows, AK?
Scandalous, just absurd and ridiculous, especially with this that damn theme song they had them singing. Just no thank you. Do not subscribe.
It was too good. I was cracking up.
The whole was catchy though.
Yeah, right? It kind of sticks with you. The whole part is like Ryan didn't seem to be too on board either. He's like AK. He's like
maybe it's the New Yorker in me, because when you're on a subway system, you always keep on hearing, if you see something, say something. So it's like, here is more catchy. I'm like, hey, you know what? If they put this on the subway system, I'll be saying something.
I mean, no, see, that's the thing. It's one of those things, like just like how they do in our world, they take something that does actually have a good meaning and then they pervert it. Like when everyone was trying to shut down Black Lives Matter, then they came up with, all lives matter, blue lives matter. Not saying that other folks' lives don't matter. They do. But for this specific thing here, it was solely on the BLM movement. And here, the way they spun this song, it's the exact same thing.
Oh, the way they were mirroring real life in this show is absolutely amazing.
Wild.
I mean, yeah, they blend just seamlessly back and forth. Well, like I said, the whole part of all this is that Ryan doesn't seem to be on board. He can feel that it's wrong, and he doesn't want to be a part of it. So it looks like there is some hope for him yet. But back at headquarters, Ashley's rambling on about the daily when Sage arrives, and the meeting was supposed to be at 11, but they moved it up without telling her. So why is Homelander so mad at her, AK? Like, he knows she has no powers other than her mind. How is she supposed to protect herself from getting shot?
Because, wait, you mean how is
Homelander's mad at her because she ended up being not useful at that meeting, and he ended up flopping.
Oh yeah, he's in his feels about that, and he kind of has a point. She did need to stay, with the moment and not be fucked up in the brain. But she didn't know that was going to happen.
And how could
how could any of them have planned for that? Really?
Yeah. And how can he be mad? Like I said, her only power is being smart. Like, she can't protect herself if somebody comes up with a gun. He should have been there protecting her and keeping eyes on her.
It's Homelander. See, he don't know how to think ahead and plan out things on multiple fronts like that. He has tunnel vision in everything, especially here. And he can't see any deviation from the plan. And as soon as something happens, he's looking for the fault in everyone else because he doesn't like taking responsibility for that shit either.
Like, fandom shouldn't protecting her being like and keeping her safe like been his job. Like, why hold a grudge against her when like Firecracker didn't even get shot and she was taken out by the crew? So, but since she's got titties with active milk,
exactly that's what it was. She got the milk, man. Right there. So again, there's bias there. But then that whole meeting, like he pretty much had his pitch, but the moment they're like firing question and shit, it's like he had like nothing to say. And then freaking you had to
Mm-hmm.
have oh my gosh, I'm spacing out her name. Had to like, interject and like save him. And he's like, shit. All because of freaking being shot. Yeah, I'm forgetting the names. Crazy.
But he even brings
Homelander also seems to forget that he's not cut out to really be the spokesman on stuff like this. That's why he's always, and this isn't the first time we've seen him choke. This is always, anytime something is really head on like this, he don't know how to do that shit because he's not the person that puts the action plans together on that front. He don't know how to process that or think on his feet in that moment.
He thinks he's a lot smarter than he is. I mean, he thinks
exactly.
Exactly. In terms of politics, that's just not him. That's like Newman's role. That's
everybody but him.
Newman, right? Literally everyone but him. Yeah,
he gets known time and time again. He's not the man for the spotlight. He even brings up, like, what if your brains get blown out again? I'd have been like, I'm sorry, I thought I was safe hanging out with the most powerful being on the planet. Like, I guess it's not.
And literally, all of y'all were there,
right?
Where was you?
You figure out real quick, it's not as safe as you think having Homelander right by your side. Like, put the onus back on her. And she's supposed to be the smartest being on the planet. Like, how is she getting outmaneuvered by these two morons? Like Homelander and Firecracker? Come on.
It was all part of the plan.
I don't. That's I honestly was not buying any of this fake incompetence for a second. Absolutely not.
How is the meeting room at Vought not soundproof? Like, so anybody can just stand outside those doors and hear what's being talked about inside? Like, I thought that was a big ass vault door for the reason of being soundproof.
I feel like that's a plot hole because there's no reason that he should have been out there and able to hear them. And even if he could, how did Homelander not hear his heartbeat through that wall?
Yeah, or Ashley is always out there.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
And then back at Deep's place, Lev is on the rocks. Like, he's getting more and more into his time with Sage and less interested in spending time with Ambrosius. So even in the middle of pillow talk, as soon as he gets the call from her, it was like quick to bounce. It's like, Love is on the rocks.
And he put her back in that nasty ass closet cave. Like, dude, you could have put her right there by the bed, man. You ain't even have to do a whole lot. You just put her back in that nasty ass algae filled thing. Come on, bro.
You said you're going to put her in the tank above the bed, but nope, that didn't happen. Our crew is trying to shore up their base and get their family to safety, but of course, like, they even get like guff there. Like, Starlight's mom is acting as expected, trying to be all higher than mighty about the Starlight made. And Starlight tells her that it's none of her business. Like, so brutal. Like, if it's anybody but mom, you could just leave them be and like let the chips fall where they may. But so brutal. Starlight's just trying to save her mother's life, but has to deal with all that BS in doing so. Like, I don't know. It'd be hard.
Me out of the club.
Yeah. It'd be like, you know what, Mom, you're right. I suck. I'll just leave you alone now and just let the chips fall. How would you
stay there and get killed?
What would you do, fandom, if Mom was being all hard like that and you're just trying to save her life? Do you just say screw it and let her be, or do you actually know you have to save her life and get her out of there?
Oh, just hanged up. I'm like, get me out of the club. Okay, bye.
She grown. Yep.
That's how you want to be. We'll just let it be. Starlight says she didn't want to bring a baby into a world that's ending, and I still have this sneaking suspicion that the baby may not have been Huey's, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But I don't know. I still have this sneaking.
Yeah, explain yourself on that one.
It might not.
I was debating. I was like, I was curious even if the baby was even be born, because chances of that happening is like very rare in this universe. Because only Ryan has been like the only like freaking
suit
baby. Yeah, so it's like I thought that at first she was only aborted it because she knew eventually she wasn't gonna like live. But now her saying like that was the reason why, I was like, huh?
That is a great point. The only suit baby ever born is Ryan, and you're gonna be
Ryan
and abort it. Like, this could be the second one ever, and you're like, nope, not gonna do what?
They're not okay, but hold on, no. I think that completely tricks for both her and Huey. They already know how hard having to deal with this shit is for them, and they're adults. To bring a child into that, do you realize like the constant ridiculousness of being on the run already, and then you have a child who will soon be a toddler, and just you can't really protect a kid that well in this situation. And again, they have a lot of shit to do. And I think Annie called it right. I don't want to bring a child into this with everything that's going on now. Not only is that not going to make for a really great home life, but it's going to be even worse, because even if she puts that Starlight title down, she's still going to be sought out. She's always going to have bullets catching strays coming her way. So I feel her. Why bring a baby into that?
Wow, because it's super enabled and like going to be on a whole different plane and basically a whole different genetic tree coming into the world. That would just, I don't know. That's a tough choice.
Okay.
For sure.
How much more danger is there though? And not even for them, but I mean for the kid, because Vaught's going to try to come for that kid.
And maybe not be able to, because maybe it'll be as strong as Ryan and next level, like on a whole nother level, and nobody will be able to do anything to her because it'll be too strong. Which could be good.
That makes it even worse, because how do you control that then, especially as a baby?
Ryan goes bad and this one goes good. Maybe it's the savior of the planet. Maybe it goes great.
That's doing too much.
I see the next generation of the boys coming. We need more seasons. Oh, Sage has a meeting outside in the open with the shooter, and they have lined up to take out Singer. And like, I thought that was kind of brash, almost like she wanted it to be seen, which had me thinking straight out the gate that she wanted A-Train to see this. So, I mean, were you getting any of those feels, fandom, that she was being like so careless and outside with somebody so important on purpose?
Describe the scene again.
When Sage was out there meeting with the shooter, just out in broad daylight in the middle of the road, basically.
Oh yeah. But this goes back to like the previous episodes when they had that convention or whatever, and like Sage was like literally talking to him, and she knew from jump like he was the freaking colleague. So just seeing that out in public thing was just helping and reinforcing everything.
Yeah, and that's what I had. I was thinking that right out of the gate. Like, why would she be doing something so important for anybody else to see? Like, she wants somebody else to see. Then back at headquarters, Butcher shows up and fills the rest of the crew in on what he's been up to, and that Samir's not dead, but been working on a new virus for Butcher. And I knew they'd be pulling a few strings to like get Frenchie out, and like this was a pretty seamless way to do it, I have to say. Like, of course, they need Frenchie to help out Samir to figure out a way to like harness the virus without committing total genocide. So I think it worked. What's up, AKD? What were you gonna say?
Yeah, I mean that's literally the only way they could have gone to get him out.
Yeah, I mean, he's in jail. Like, you got to get presidential pardons. Let's go. Ryan heads home and sees a different kind of present under the tree. And I was like, how did a present from Butcher get placed under Homelander's Christmas tree? Like,
the security is like ridiculous.
Because
what's going on?
Now you know what it was. They hired Aegon's Kingsguards, and they came in and promptly did not do their job. So that tracks.
Oh, I did like the name that he used on the address. Like, that was pretty good. Like, that was
Don't be a cunt.
Don T. Pecan. Oh my god, that was so good. Like, that was so Butcher. That was perfect. Then in a surprise twist, Mother's Milk steps down and puts Butcher back in charge of the boys. And like, he really is the only choice for being the head of this crew. Like, what are they going to do? Let Petite Huey lead the way? I think they tried that once. It does not work out well.
No.
Okay. He doesn't have the stomach or the head for it. Mother's Milk meets with Monique and tells her she needs to grab Janine and bounce. And like, shit's about to go down. And either way, it's going to be too dangerous for them to stay here. And of course, he gets guffed for that too. But then in the end, she just says, "You got to come with me." And I mean, I don't know. Are these two ever going to have a happily ever after, AK?
I don't see how. It might be maybe, a few moments of calm here and there, but a total settling of everything, I don't think that's possible. Not with the life that MM has to lead.
Does he have to lead it, or does he do it by choice?
Somewhere along the way, those lines get blurred, because there's always one more mission to go on, one more thing, and then we can shut it down because all these heavy players will be out. Once they fall, then it's over. But that never really works out. It's always one more thing. And
in that vein, there's always one more track. There's always one more mission. We already see out.
Come on in now. Next season, Mother's Milk dies. We need it. We need the tears. We need the feels.
Why? I strongly disagree.
on now.
I rebuke that in the name of Jesus.
We need it too many times in this series. The boys have been like, escaping death. We need some death here.
Not.
We need some feels. He gotta go.
Oh man, we're gonna kill somebody. Let's kill Homelander. We're talking about killing my man.
Right? What the hell are you talking about, man?
Oh, we can, but at the
George
same
R. R.
time,
Martin
like
ass outta
someone on
here,
our
okay?
side.
Yeah, we need to leave. We need to keep my man alive. But what I was gonna say in that vein, like we already see his daughter out there stomping fools out and kind of getting in that mode. Is she gonna be? He's did this because of what happened to his father. Is she gonna end up kind of getting in the same trade because of her dad? Maybe he does end up dying, and so she picks up the mantle.
100%. Or something
She's a little bit older.
random. Right now, the way she was looking, she's around the same age as Zoe and Ryan. So here's some tinfoil then. In that vein of the super kids becoming more super or whatnot, Monique sees all this fuck shit and she got a word from MM. He's going to be on the way, but then he doesn't show up, and she knows it has something to do with Vault, so she gets her hands on some Compound V and she gives it to the kid.
What? I don't think she would ever inject her daughter with that. But that
desperate times call for desperate measures. You never know with this show.
Wow, we already see somebody else doing that in desperate times. Speaking of, props to Ashley. Like, if you're gonna do some day drinking, do it right. Old girl is just sitting there sipping on some Macallan 18. Nice. But what's not nice is her falling apart with all that's going on. Like A-Train said, she has their lives in her hands, and she can't be going around all wasted with loose lips. Like, is Ashley going to go completely off the deep end and totally lose it by the season's end, or will she actually like catch a break and help to end this these diabolical so-called heroes? And then we already see what happens with that next episode.
Yeah,
but what is now the deep end? She's been pulling out her hair since what, season 1, 2?
Season 2, I think. Yeah, season 2. That was the last time she knew any kind of peace.
Oh, even as Butcher like fights and argues with himself, we see like at his core he's a decent human being that wants to do the right thing. Like he gave Becca his word and he's going to do everything in his power to get Ryan away from Homelander. I think it's because deep down he knows she was right. Like teach Ryan the right way now, or be doomed to deal with a leveled up Homelander that can never be controlled. I mean, it's basically the only thing to do. What do, Phantom? Do you try to teach him up the right way and like try to teach him to be good, or do you just take him out while you can while he's young and weak?
Nah, teach him be good. Don't force it, because the moment you force it, Brightborn.
Foreshadowing.
Oh man, our crew enter like the shooter to be's apartment and find the plans for the assassination on Singer, and that's not all they found. The shooter was there, and they're a skin changer, the perfect thing for an assassination attempt. Like the assassin flees and gets away, grabbing a new identity on the run, and what a gruesome way to skin change! Like,
bro, like why can't you just put the thought in your brain and then you morph? What the fuck why do you have to leave this whole ass freaking trail of a Lovecraftian order? Actually, that's the perfect thing. Yeah, just like the damn skin switching spell in Lovecraft Country. That it's gross and disgusting. Like, who's cleaning that up? Is anyone asking questions? Like, what does it hurt when you do that? Like, oh my god.
I loved it because the same showrunner, Derek did the same thing as Supernatural, the same way when he did skin changes. Like they would like really like just rip the skin off their bodies and change, and it was like the same way, even with the eyes. So when I saw that, I'm like, "You devil, you!"
Like skin or skin, literally just having to peel the other person's body off your new one. That was so gross. Ugh. But the suit gets away, and Annie heads back to get the assassination plans. And funny, we don't think anything of her going back up there alone at the time. And that's going to come back to be a thing. Noticeably missing from the mission was Mother's Milk. And A-Train noticed and went to see what's up. He sees Mother's Milk packing and getting ready to bounce to Belize. And he gave him a little speech to let him know there's no quitting this until it's over. There is nowhere to run. And he wasn't wrong, was he, Phantom?
Nope.
I mean, where are you going to go that Homelander can't catch you? Come on. Frenchie heads to the barn to help Samir figure out the virus, and Samir asked, this is just for Homelander, right? Not for Vicky? And Frenchie kind of nodded in agreement, but I'm not sure Samir believed him. And like, how could you ever believe it? I mean, they cut off your leg and are holding you hostage. Are you going to believe anything they tell you, AK?
No, I mean, in all fairness, though, they didn't do the leg cutting part. That was butcher. But yeah, they still here complying. So no, I would not have trusted that word at all. I would have moved as slow as possible in anything I was doing.
So brutal.
Or try to run. No, just
yeah, hard to run on one leg. I still don't understand how that happened.
You could scoot.
Hop along. Homelander calls Ryan and tells him to do the puppet show and that he doesn't want to do it, but he leaves a message like saying, just do it for me. Like, will this be the catalyst that kind of shows Ryan Homelander doesn't really care about anything but himself? He doesn't really care what Ryan thinks. Like, what do you think, fandom? Is he going to come back on this after everything else he hears? And like, that might be the camel, the pen that breaks camel's back.
I mean, if he had to like take this voicemail to realize that, how oblivious are you, Brian?
Homelander and Firecracker then have a little chat with Webweaver, and Firecracker thinks she solved the case of the leaks, and when all she's really done is shown how inept she is, and it gets to see what a psychopath Homelander is. Like, you think after seeing this, her views on Homelander were going to change at all, AK?
Her views on Homelander? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oh, also, you just reminded me about something though. That meeting they were in where Sage was late. She called Firecracker Daisy Duck Dynasty doing math. I was like, God damn, burn. Apply milk of the poppy to that burned area. And yeah, because I'm sorry, she deserved to be spoken to like that because she's a fucking idiot. And it showed how idiotic she was bringing this asshole in. He's not no damn mastermind leak to anything. What do you mean?
But then after sitting there watching him, like, she thought she was just going to get some words and watched him rip this man in half. Like, you got to be thinking.
She looked like she was shocked at what he. Like, did you really not know whose fucking team you are on?
Right?
Why the tone of surprise?
Then Frenchie tries to apologize to Kimiko, but she tells him that they have more in common than he knows. We finally get the story of why she can't talk, and it is a brutal one. Like, will we ever get to hear her speak before the series is over? Like, regardless, it was nice to see Frenchie and Kimiko make up. I was like, all right, finally a little happiness in this show because we are in a dark place.
As fleeting as it is.
Speaking of dark, then we get a deep and truly dark scene when the Deep and Ambrosius have a fight that leads to basically a murder. Like, why is she struggling so hard? Like, she was just in the bed with him hanging out to, doing whatever, but now she was out of the tank for just a few seconds and she's instantly suffocating. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that was weird because wasn't it like a few episodes back she was outside longer than that and she was okay? So wait. She shattered it, and then all of a sudden she's suffocated. I'm like, whoa, what's going on here?
Hold on. Okay, well, hold on. I think I may have an actual solution for that. That closet is extremely stuffy, and there is no actual airflow there. She's an octopus, so she can take in like moisture from the air around her, but there's no moisture in there. It's just dry and disgusting. So yeah, she can't breathe.
Isn't the closet like just a curtain? Not even like a door?
No. He literally closed the door and helped and sat there and leaned up against the door.
Yeah, that's true. But
that is an enclosed space, and the algae water was already gross.
Right, but still, that was pretty quick for her to just instantly be suffocated.
We got like 3 death fake outs. It technically wasn't that quick.
And either way, how twisted was that? Just hearing her gasping and saying she loved him as she dying, grasping for breath. Such a twist.
Take her back to the fucking ocean. If you want to get rid of her, okay, put her in a black trash bag with some water in it, run your ass over to the fucking ocean and toss her over. It's that simple.
Exactly. Let her go back. What is this? Why you gotta be killing people?
Like, you could just put her in a damn toilet if you wanted to. She's an octopus. She could shimmy through all them pipes.
Oh, gross. It pans to show Homelander given like his next mission, and he says he'll kill every fish in the sea if that's what Homelander wants. And that even like took Homelander back a little bit, like, whoa. And then it panned over to show like the cracked glass table, but it was in the middle of Homelander's reflection. Is this like showing us like Homelander is cracking up and losing it, or that he's about to take a massive blow? What do you think, fandom? Was that some foreshadowing? Seeing that crack in Homelander's reflection?
Yeah, he's been losing it since I want to say season 2. The cracks had began. Maybe one. No, he was more together in season 1. I think like season 2 is when the cracks started. Then it's got worse and worse and worse.
Yep.
He is absolutely losing his mind. Huey goes to take one like last Hail Mary and one last stab at trying to appeal to Victoria's better nature, but she's way too far to turn back now. But the meeting wasn't a total loss. He lets her know about Homelander's plan for the internment camps, and she did not know about those. Will this end up swaying her in any way? Will she end up joining the crew as an ally to help defeat Homelander? And again, we get that one answered in the next one.
Mm-hmm.
But Butcher and Annie return to home headquarters to find the Deep and Black Noir there, and they said Homelander is tired of their BS and they are here to take care of it. And it was a pretty cool fight scene, but I hate whenever someone unloads an entire clip into something and the bullets do nothing. So then you're just gonna throw the gun at them that's gonna.
Seriously,
so ridiculous. But lucky for them, A-Train gets there just in time to stop Deep from stomping Annie's little brains in. And what I didn't get was how are you the fastest man on the planet, but not fast enough to punch the Deep before he ducked it? What was that?
Well, I want to say that the Deep, he's not as fast as A-Train, but he's still pretty damn speedy.
Yeah,
I mean he's the Lord of the Ocean, so he's got a speed boost. Not like A-Train's obviously, but I don't know. It's close quarter combat. The fighting stance is always different. Anything you could use to work to your advantage.
That's true. So now the 7 will all know that he's the leak. He has no choice but to remove his chip and run for his life. I hope we get to see him again before the end of the season.
But, I have a question.
What's that?
Why? I understand why they didn't try to go for Noir, because he would, even if he had a sleepy moment, he would still be harder to kill. Why didn't they just finish off Deep though? Yeah, I don't understand that. They could have easily taken him down.
Yeah, especially with Starlight. I thought she was really gonna kill him finally after all the hell.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
What?
I think it's just showing that.
I mean, look, I understand that, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. This is gonna be an ongoing problem. Take this motherfucker out. Don't be Batman here, Starlight. Don't let him get put in Arkham Asylum just for him to break out again. Don't do that.
Just take him out.
Be more Punisher.
The crew have to flee headquarters before Black Noir does come back too, and they head to a bar where Annie gets noticed and takes a picture with a seeming fan. And Mother's Milk realizes he can't just run and hide. He has to stay and finish this fight if he wants to, him and his family are ever going to be safe. So he knows there's nowhere to go. And back over at Vought, Homelander seems emotionally wrecked that A-Train would actually do this to him. He's always been a total dick to A-Train. Why is he so shocked at this, Phantom? How come Homelander is so shocked that A-Train would leave him like this? He's just so shocked that A-Train would betray him and be the leak, and he's always been a dick to A-Train. Why would he be so amazed by this?
Because that's one of the original 7, and for him to now this one be another person, because remember it was Black Noir portrayed him, Maeve, and his eyes portrayed him. So now it's he now portrayed him. It's almost everyone from the beginning is leaving him. So now it's shit. Now it's A-Train.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think he gets to sit there and cry and feel bad for himself on there. But this is the folly of Homelander. This is the shit he always does. Why does everyone hate me? Dude, for real? Word?
Because you are you, and that is
because you're a cunt.
Oh, he was just emotionally wrecked. And then Sage comes in and says that she was aware that A-Train was the leak. I don't know. You guys both seem like it. What's up, AK? You really think that she knew, or was she just covering her ass right there?
No, I think she knew. There's nothing we have seen her do that did not have a position in the list. Everything she does, everything she says, the way she moves, all of it is according to plan. So, yeah, I totally believe she knew that.
You agree with that, Phantom? She basically knew?
Of course.
She knew everything and was plotting this from Jump Street.
Mm-hmm.
If it was going to benefit her and her plans, she would have outed it. But it was.
Yep.
Interesting. Homelander kicks her out of the 7, and on the way out, Sage says there's one person you'll never defeat. Good luck without me. To whom was she referring, AK?
Himself.
You think he was
Himself
talking about
and not necessarily like his conscience, but just like he can't get out of his own way to let things actually work out the way they can or should work out, because he always has to be the center of attention. So like just like the thing with Ryan's first save, well, what was supposed to be the first save, he had to step in. Things were going great, and Ryan would have already been well on his way to stardom on his own, but Homelander can't let that be on his own. Homelander, he just like when he choked at the damn party with the speech we were talking about earlier. He's a constant attention whore, and he can't pull himself back from that at all, even when it's beneficial for him.
You agree with that, Phantom? You think that's who she was talking to, was him not being able to ever defeat himself?
99% correct. Yep. And then it's that 1%. It's Billy Butcher.
Really? You think it's Butcher?
Mm-hmm.
I never even thought about that. I thought that was amazing. That's amazing. I like that. I was thinking that if he's not talking about himself, it could be, I'll go 80% him, 10% Stan Edgar himself.
No, he's off the chessboard.
Is he though? He's in hiding right now. We don't know what he's doing.
And I think the other 10% is his dad, because when
he was locked up, he wasn't like really making any moves.
Well, that's when he was locked up, though. Remember, Victoria got him out before they took him back.
Right. So he's out and about. And I think, or at 10%, it might be Soldier Boy. Maybe it's the one person he'll never be able to defeat is his father, Soldier Boy.
I think that's a bit of a reach, but it could be.
We'll see what happens. Then we have the Deep and Black Noir returning all beat up, having a little bro off in the hallway, and just the comic relief. Like, we find out Sage has been smashing on both of them. Like, that was so good. What do you mean?
I was dying.
I mean,
the
look,
Deep one thing, but then I was like, what?
And meanwhile, they're both sitting over here with the googly eyes in love and shit. And she just looked at them like, whatever, I'm gonna catch y'all later. Bye.
She's like, what? You were lobotomizing her to have sex too? It's like, what do you mean lobotomizing her?
That's valid though, because there's every possibility that she didn't need that part from him.
She didn't, but Noir was good to go by himself.
Right, exactly. That's why she was. So wait, bro. What you mean, bro? You ain't know about that? The needle, the eye. He's like, not what the fuck? You can't leave. I love you, bro. Y'all have only known this broad for like 2 months, maybe.
Oh, she knows how to get him. Oh, she's the Sage.
I don't blame her. No, I respect the game.
Back at the farm, Samir has come up with a form of the virus that he thinks will work. And just as Frenchie's about to tell him, we're going to let you go, he injects Kamiko in the leg with it. So Frenchie, thinking fast, like he freaks out, but thinking quick, puts a tourniquet on her leg and just gets right back to the AMSR of it all. I mean, the hacking and sawing of it all. Like, poor Kamiko has been put through it this season. This poor woman.
She has. Oh, damn it. It just made me think of the baby. Oh, they gave her the Jaharis treatment.
Oh, just hacking. Like, yeah, the ASMR of this.
And it sounded just as gross as it did with him.
Yeah.
But I mean, kudos though, because if anybody could survive that, it would be her without like no infection or anything. He just got to get that shit away from her.
Yeah, and then side note, like it didn't really take him that long to saw off the leg. And
it didn't.
So why not go after him? Like, you mother, like why would not go catch him?
Like, bro, you know she's gonna heal. That's why you even were quick enough to think of this scenario right here. Go get him.
That's why
it's not that hard.
Dude, he's not there.
I have a question also. Did y'all notice that he didn't move her away from the leg or move the leg away from her? Like the blood was still dripping from both sides. Like, bro, if the bad blood from the calf touches her fresh blood, can it not just maybe trail itself back up through the blood that's dripping out? Like, move her away from that though.
I mean, it's pushing out, so maybe not. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's crazy. That's nasty.
Yeah.
So teamed up back at the new headquarters, Butcher says if Samir can get the virus out of that dead sheep, then Frenchie will be able to extract it from Kimiko's leg. So let's get to it. And then Ryan finally listens to Homelander's message about just sucking it up and doing the holiday special. And he tries, but deep down he knows it's wrong. And he stops the evil song and tells them to keep rolling. Then he comes out with his own little PSA, and it is definitely one his mom would have been proud of. I was like, go Ryan, we do have hope for you. He said
he
his
almost
mom
pulled it out.
Yep, he told it. He said his mom always told him to tell the truth, and he seemed like he was about to reveal something pretty big. What was that, AK? What was he gonna say before he ran off set?
I think it was the specific thing. I can't say for sure, but I do speculate that it would have been something that would have been 100% damning to Homelander, and if not directly to Homelander, but to Vought, which would then still affect Homelander and the Seven. But he's conflicted because, yeah, that's still his dad.
Absolutely.
Which I understand. It's a really sad position to see him have to try to navigate by himself.
What's up, Phantom? You have any idea what he was about to reveal before he ran off stage?
Homelander, he made my father, but Butcher is my daddy. Get out of here.
Oh, Ryan's little speech rejuvenates Butcher and gives him hope that he is still on the right track and doing the right thing. But then as he's walking away, he passes out again. Like, this is starting to become a serious problem. Like, what are they going to do about it? And we just kind of see what happens. We're going to talk about that in the next episode. Again, I think they need to get Marie from the Vought holding cell and just have her extract whatever the hell it is living in Butcher's blood. That would be the end of it. But at this point, would he even let that happen? That's another thing we got to talk about. Because holy
the damage is done. And that was like when the moment he passed out, I was like, damn. It's like his days are really getting numbered. Or maybe it's just at this point, it's hours.
Feel it, like it's getting worse and worse. Then we get a good one. Like, I have to admit, I did not see this coming. Like, first off, are we to believe that Huey's never once talked Starlight into keeping that suit on before while getting it? Are you kidding me? I call BS right there. Like, there's no way he's never talked her into keeping that suit on that's insane.
After I don't know, after she dropped it off, I don't know.
And second, did he not notice the eyes not up and glowing? Like, what's that? He just thought he was.
Yeah, that was one thing I was like, wait a minute. Like, did that not happen?
Have been on the fritz. Her powers have been on the fritz.
Right, but she can still get a little glitchy glow, like a little zzz, zzz in her hands. Like, I would think you'd get at least that in the eyes after getting there.
We don't know that.
We don't, but yeah, it seemed a little off. He did seem to be taken back a bit by the sheer audaciousness and aggressiveness of her, but this was definitely out of character for her as of late. And then we see once Huey passes out, the imposter grabs Huey's laptop, and before we can see what's with it pans to the real Starlight chained up in some scummy abandoned building. And with her on the fritz, she was way too weak to escape.
I knew some shit was off as soon as we saw that outfit again.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So she wasn't about that. Well, what do we think the imposter was doing with Huey's laptop? Obviously, we find out later, just deleting all the Victoria's.
Wiping it.
Instantly, I knew that was going to happen. Instantly.
But second,
I don't think he did it himself, but he took it to someone that could do it.
Did we ever have any thoughts whatsoever that this was going to be in the end of Starlight, and or did we think somebody was going to save her, or she thinks she was going to save herself? We didn't think this was going to be the end of her by any means.
Oh no, absolutely not. No, I thought for sure she was going to break out. I didn't know how exactly, but she was going to get out of there.
What do we think of this episode, fandom as a whole?
Yeah, it was a good penultimate episode. I was looking forward to the finale, hoping someone was going to die, but no one will.
Oh man, it was. I did have to say, like I said, I did not see that twist at the end coming. That was pretty dope, and we should have. They put all these Easter eggs there. I mean, we saw the skin changer. We should have been on the lookout for it. They caught me sleeping on that one, and I was here for it. I loved it. That was awesome. How about you, AK? What did you think about this app?
Oh yeah, I thought it was great. Also, I don't know what are we gonna give it. 8.75 out of 10 Starlight costumes.
I feel it. Not too bad. It's a good one. I liked it. Oh, just real quick, we'll pop off a quick couple trivia questions and get on to the next one. See if what we remember about this show. If you're watching, put it in the comment section. If you're watching later, put in the comments down below. What was the name of the Vought Christmas special?
Oh, damn. What was the fucking name of that thing?
Miracle on Bond Street or something?
That was the other one. He's in Miracle on Wall Street.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
who
remember.
wants that one? Put in the comment section down below. What was the name of the Vought Christmas special? What day did Homelander tell Sage to make sure she had the shooter ready?
Was the day that they would Congress would affirm the election or something or other.
We're looking for the day. We're looking for a number.
Hold on.
The only thing you said was a number.
November 12th?
Is it the 6th?
Oh, bingo. Nice. I don't know how the hell you pulled that out, but absolutely correct.
It is on my paper because I wrote down everything that was on the screen in that damn Vought morning network update.
That's amazing. He said, make sure the shooter's ready on the 6th. Well done, you. Nice. What did Frenchie say he'd rather do than be set free?
Wasn't it something with like a cactus up his butt or something to that effect?
Yeah, something to that effect. What did Frenchie say he'd rather do than be set free? Brutal. If you know that one, put it in the comment section down below. What shirt was Mother's Milk wearing this episode?
Dead Prez.
Incorrect.
What? No, shit, that's the next one. Oh, wait, I wrote it down. Let me go down. Black Sheep.
Ah, there you go. Well done, you. Black Sheep. Absolutely correct. I knew you'd have that one this time. Who killed Kamiko's parents?
The Shining Light organization. Is that what it was
you
called?
are too prepared. Yes, it is the Shining Light. Wow, you are crushing it. Well done, you. You are slaying it. What puppet soup was sitting next to Ryan when he stopped the song?
Homelander.
Was it Homelander?
Holy shit, you both.
The rehearsal was A-Train, but then it was Homelander.
Wow, you guys are incredible. You're blowing my mind right now. What was Ashley's assistant's name that she fired?
Ashley?
No, that's the new assistant. Was it something with the C? That I want to say Colin, but it's not Colin. That's that was Frenchie's boy.
Did we finally get one? This is a deep cut.
I forget. Get
this one. This would be another mind blower.
Yeah, she said it. She said it earlier in the episode. I didn't think to write it down though.
What was Ashley's assistant's name that she fired to save his ass and get him away from all the madness? If you know that one, put it in comment. And of course, we do 7 for the 7. So last but not least, what chill mix did Ashley tell Alexa to play when she got home?
Was that Dave Matthews Band?
Oh my goodness, it was the Dave Matthews chill mix. Well done. You absolutely crushed this one. Nice. That's amazing.
Happens every once in a while.
What's that, Phantom?
Not sure an AK.
Oh, I thought for sure tougher than that. You absolutely killed it. We're going to keep it moving. The Boys Season 4, Episode 8, and we are on the finale. I can't believe that we're here already. It has been one hell of a season, and oh my God, let's get into this finale. And it looks like we're all going to be deprived of seeing the new A-Train movie, because even though it's fully finished and ready to be dropped, they're going to go ahead and pull it.
I'm surprised they didn't try to villainize him on that, because we know why they're pulling it in the background. But they didn't choose to make him public enemy number 1 associated with Starlight. They just said, "Oh no, we'll make more money on the write-off."
Yeah,
sure.
It would make them look weak if they admitted that, so they couldn't. And yeah, that little dad bit that Ashley did, saying it was more profitable to drop it, was class.
And it fits so well.
Yeah, showing she is still the ever loyal Vought lapdog, which is just one more sad sign. Showing you could have left years ago when you had the chance, girl.
The paycheck is probably really sweet though, at least.
Yeah, you got that, but is it worth your life? And how about that parody commercial with the Deep taking responsibility for racism? The parallels the show is giving us was just
dude, he need to take his ass back to the ocean and stay there.
I kind of love it though, because it just shows us the ridiculousness of our own doings. This actually happened in our lives. So yeah, it's funny that they put it back in our face like that. I was dying. It was too good. Congress is in session for like the electoral votes to be counted and verified, and Mother's Milk is trying to rush Frenchie to hurry and get that virus cooked up. And he knows as soon as these votes are counted, basically it is counting the minutes for Bob Singer's. Like his days, maybe minutes, are numbered. And Annie's acting very weird at like an inopportune time, and Huey is like raising both eyebrows, like already dealing like with the ultimate violation. Now the shapeshifter is like taking it a step further and actually proposes to petite Huey, like just a complete sociopath. I mean, I guess she knows it, but how ruthless is this woman, Phantom?
That is ruthless. Like, you're really not even like his actual to the point he just proposed. I'm like, man, he's gonna kick off this.
Like, it's brutal. Think about the depth of that depravity. Like, she's going to murder the president as Annie, so she knows Annie's days are numbered. Why emotionally mess with Huey like this so bad? Like, this bitch is evil.
Do we know it's a she?
Thus
far, I know we've only seen them take on female personas, but who's to say that that's not a dude?
We saw at very first sight, it was a man.
But even then, like eventually, like in the episode, even like the skin changer was saying, like I forgot, like what.
When they found her in the closet,
she couldn't like remember or whatever the skin changer is, if she was originally a man or a woman.
And it said it had the used tampons in the bathroom. I don't know what kind of clue that's supposed to be. But the only time we saw her, we did see her as a man. The very first time we ever saw her was as a man, when Sage was outside talking to her and A-Train was spying on him. She was a man talking to Sage.
Okay. I don't remember that scene.
Because remember the first time she said you ever skin change, becoming like the teacher, and then sleeping with the teacher's husband. That's another thing, but who knows?
Yeah, right. So, that's the only woman the only man one we saw. All the rest have been women. But yeah, that's just I don't know. Whatever it is evil.
It's like, weird.
Messing with Huey like that, like you didn't need to take it to that next level. Like she gave the total sociopath.
Like
Butcher's looking rougher and rougher by the second. Like it's interesting, while chatting to himself, he's trying to bargain with his inner Joe to like actually commit the genocide. And his inner Joe says like it's a two-way street, and he's only coming back out if Butcher holds up his end of the bargain. So does like the monster inside really think independently of Butcher, or is that just him fighting his own inner demons, Phantom?
Yeah, inner demons. Because it's like, what is it? Some type of tumor or something in his head? Whatever the thing is going on.
Yeah, that's
just his like dark side of it, whatever.
Because we already saw him. Go ahead, AK.
No, I don't think the two things are mutually exclusive. I think it's a bit of both.
Because we saw him need that thing to come out one time, and it didn't. And so that's what that thing is saying. It's mutually exclusive. Like you do something for me, and I'll come out and do something for you.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute.
Like it's showing up in medical scans as a tumor. So who's to say, because he's been taking that compound V, that it's sentient on its own? It just chose that form because that's one that it knew Butcher would respond to.
And speaking of responding, Homelander is disgusted and saddened by all the hair that he's losing. Why is he keeping it in a jar, Phantom? What's that about?
I don't know. This man is sick.
He's just so depraved. Like, what is that? Why are you keeping it? Is it so nobody else finds it? I mean, everybody.
I just flush it down the toilet. What you mean?
No, it's him in his midlife crisis, man. It don't gotta make sense. I think we're trying to rationalize the mind of a madman. We can't do that.
I guess so. I mean, and people already know he's losing it. Like they already say, like it was nice to have Ryan when they were doing the shooting because they didn't have to fill in the hair. So
he was actually a personable person.
Yeah. Already wallowing in despair, he sees Ryan has left his things just laying around, and when he starts picking them up, he sees the picture of Butcher and Becca that Ryan's been keeping inside his backpack, and this totally sets him off. He lights his own place half on fire, and when Ryan came in, Homelander told him to come here. He's like, come here. And Ryan, like, I think made the wise move, did not go to him. But what do you think? What's up, fandom? What do you think Homelander would have done if Ryan did go to him right there?
Backhand.
Yep.
Really? You think
exact same thing I was thinking? Yep.
Oh, holy shit. We got the legend himself that just hit the chat. My man, Johnny, what's good, brother?
Hoping that what's going on, boy.
All right, going for the job. Look at that. My guy back in it. Oh, love to see you, brother. Are you out there watching the boys? Let's get it. Let's talk about it. It's over. See what we thought about the season one of these days. We're going to have some days open now that this one is done.
Okay, now we are not about to disrespect House Valerion. Are you referring to the Deep? Being a member? No, we don't claim him. He not like us.
Oh shit. Then we get fake Annie, who goes back for a little recharge with the real Starlight and shows us again like what a true sociopath she is. Like so brutal, telling Annie that she proposed to Huey and is now wearing his grandmother's ring. Like kill. But I'm surprised Starlight like wasn't able to summon her powers like right then. Like if nothing's gonna get you on track and mad enough to do it, how is not knowing this woman's out there making and doing all this with your man? Like it's time to psycho out. Let's get it. Take this psycho out. But even without her powers, like she got close enough to you multiple times. Snatch this woman up by the hair and take care of business. Like you're supposed to be a soup. What's going on here?
It would have just moved back a little bit, she wouldn't have been able to do that much because she is still chained to the force. She doesn't have that much range of movement the way she's chained up there.
But that's what I'm saying. She got close enough and put her hands on her. As soon as she got that close, she had enough movement. She could have snatched her up. I'd have choked her out right there. Oh, for sure.
I mean, doesn't the bitch have freaking switchblades that she can summon out of her hands or some shit? No, because remember when she first ran out the closet, she cut Huey and Annie.
Yeah, because she had a blade on her. She had a knife on her. That's not.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It seemed to me that like that came straight from her. Okay, I didn't see the knife.
No, she had a knife. So I'm just like, Annie, she went up and went to grab her, just snatch her up right then and there and choke her out. What are you doing? But speaking of remembering what's going on, like Butcher with what's going on with Butcher now? Mallory shows up in the scene and like he says, "Let's do this," and then a few scenes later, we see him call Huey with what seemed like a sentimental goodbye. Like he said, funny what you think about when your time's up. So did Butcher essentially die and now has been taken over by that venom inside him, or what's happening with that, Phantom?
No, I don't think he died.
You don't think he did?
No.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think he's dead either. I think he just is allowing. I won't say he's giving the driver's seat to him. Like it's almost reminiscent of Moon Knight. Like especially at the end there when Jacob Lockley persona comes in, it's something like that, but they're not dueling with each other. He didn't give like full control to the Kessler tumor, but he's allowing it to ride beside him to get this shit done because he needs that ultimate weapon.
Really looks from that it looks like he kind of just gave him permission to take over.
Like I don't think he needs him to take over full control to do it. But I don't know. Maybe it'll be revealed later that it is.
Then again, maybe so, because how he was like, "Thank you, fucking welcome." That's more like Butcher saying that than the persona.
More than Kessler, right?
Or he could just read his minds and thoughts and take on his persona.
That's it.
I mean, fair enough.
Back on the Vought news set, Firecracker seems to be like coughing more and more. And are those medications she's taking going to end up killing her, AK?
Yeah. I mean, she said from the very beginning, like, you know, there's some random side effects, but I'll do anything for you. Yeah, the bitch has what did she say? It was heart palpitations, high blood pressure, and you know, as a frequent sufferer of high blood pressure. But when I was going through all those health things over the last couple of years, yeah, that is a motherfucker within itself. It may seem like something small, it is not, and that's heavy to deal with. And she's probably going to end up with her hair starting to fall out and her constant nosebleeds because that whatever that shit's doing to her inside, it's already running well amongst its course, and it's going to get worse.
When I first saw that, I thought that they somehow like got whatever freaking virus into her medication having her pump out that freaking milk to slowly like kill Homelander. Then, the moment she said, "Oh, it's because of the medication,"
Oh,
that's causing it,
that
I was
would
like,
have
"Oh,
been
damn! You just
good,
destroyed my theory
yo.
just like that."
Wait, no. See, it doesn't. Oh, no, those two things again, they are not mutually exclusive. She could be feeling these side effects, and still that whatever else is coming out with that milk could still be affecting him somehow. That is interesting. Like, because remember when he took that first sip, he was like, "Oh, you added cilantro. Okay, yeah, I like that." So that is an interesting bit of tinfoil right there. I like that. DJ, put it in a notebook, put a pin by that one. We'll see if that comes up next season. That's pretty cool.
I can't remember. Did I write that down? Was that what we were talking about last time about basically that being a great way to take Homelander out is slipping something into her medication?
Did we talk about that last time?
If not, I have it written down somewhere because I was on the same track as that 100%. I was like, that'd be
nice. I'm with that. That I really like that.
We'll see if I was writing down two of them, so we'll see if it come in. But yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think that'd be the best way to take down Homelander. Get it inside his body. There are no needles that can penetrate his skin, so how do you get inside him? You put it inside the milk that he's slurping down. 100%.
Yeah.
Victoria comes in and telling her aides that we need to make this quick. I have a slightly more important things to be doing. And having no idea Homelander and Firecracker are about to out her. And for that fact, like, did Firecracker really know what was about to happen right there, AK? Because she looked a little taken back.
Absolutely not.
I didn't think so either.
Absolutely not. I think she is just very good at reading those situations once they happen. And she played into that with her commentary. Just like what was it? When did she do that before? When she got jumped before, when her multiple man human centipede blowjob thing was going down. She was able to just capitalize on that in the moment, spot on, to make it seem like it was a completely different situation than what was actually happening. And I think she just did that here. She didn't know it was happening, but she ran with it.
How about you, Phantom? You agree with that? Do you not think that Firecracker knew that Homelander was about to out Victoria?
I thought that was like the whole thing. Wasn't that it? Like that whole.
Well, she started with the fact like
interview was about like outing her, but it seemed like Newman wasn't going to do it. So then he was like, "Oh, F this, just say it now already."
Yeah, because
I think what I thought
it was more about Victoria was trying to say that we're friends of the Soups and we're going to be on the same page. And Firecracker was like, "Oh, you can stop with that BS right now. We know Singer's got this anti-superhero law trying to get enacted." And I think she was there to blow her up over that. And Homelander just took it and said,
and Homelander, because he's in his Green Goblin phase, was in his brain too much.
Yeah, because remember he was like zoned out, and then finally he just like laughed, nope, and then just snapped her. So yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, just outed her. Like, this is crazy.
Horribly so.
Like, did Homelander just call an audible, or was that the real reason for having Victoria the whole time? I think he just called an audible right there. Why wouldn't Victoria just go for it right then and there and just try to implode his head? Like, at that point, you're just in for a life of being his puppet. Like, just give it everything you got and try to pop that man's head like a zit right now. Like she always said, I don't know if I can do it. Now I think right then was the time to find out.
Maybe, but on the off chance she couldn't do it, that would have put her in even greater immediate danger because he would feel what she was trying to do.
Yeah, then you're done. I mean, you're done either way.
But then again, he did shoot a laser at her and she didn't even flinch. So exactly. I don't know if he pulled back on the power. I don't know if he can control it like that. But again, as far as we know, she's damn near impenetrable. Yeah, we ain't seen shit affect her.
Yeah, I mean, acid couldn't do anything to her skin. And if nothing else, maybe you at least scramble his brain with it and make him like forget what he's doing or like mess with his mind.
Maybe.
I mean,
I would have liked to see that explored. I really would have.
Something. Speaking of exploring, Frenchie's not able to cook up this virus in time, and the boys are out of it. Like, Mother's Milk decides he has no choice but to switch it up from offense to defense. He's grabbing the squad and going to try to go save Singer himself by standing guard. And, of course, the problem with that is he's walking the assassin right into the kill zone. It's like, in a world full of Soups, wouldn't you always be kind of a little paranoid that whoever you're talking to isn't really who you think it is? Like, I would not be bringing anybody into the president itself.
I would, and I don't know. I guess if I'm high enough in politics, I would just get the bill passed. But I would make it a requirement to like test everyone's blood, like you know how you get drug tests for certain jobs and whatnot. Yeah, we're testing to see if you have any form of compound V in your blood, and if you do, you ain't working with me. Absolutely, you will not be on my detail unless you prove somehow that you're actually going to do what I tell you when I tell you.
Yeah, and I think that's why Homelander did that to her. Like, he's not giving her an out. He's like, no, you're going to be my president, and everybody's going to know we're on the same team. Like, that's what he did at that party. She's like, what are you doing here? You're on trial for murder. Like, get away. He's like, hey, I've been with every presidency, and this one's not going to be any different. Like, he does have some political game, but he's in the end a dipstick. Can't Homelander not see through zinc? Like, will they use that again? Remember how they lost Transplant's body, and he said he can't see.
Maybe.
Oh, there you go. Translucence.
Yeah.
Bring some zinc in. I like that. I love that. We see Grace is there with Butcher to try to talk Ryan into coming with them. And how did Ryan like get away from Homelander in the last place? Like, we were just seeing like Homelander telling him to come here.
Been busy.
He was Homelander to come here in the last scene. How did Ryan get away from him? Did he just leave and Homelander let him leave?
Yeah. They showed him walking out the room, and the camera panned back, and Homelander was just sitting there like he wasn't doing anything but standing still, but you could tell in his brain he was losing his shit.
Well, remember the chandelier fell from the ceiling, and then Ryan started to walk away, but still, I didn't think Homelander would just let him leave right there.
I think he
I'm
did.
Surprised about that too.
That was kind of weird. The deep.
My parents told me, "David, come here," and I just like walk out. Like they got freaking.
Okay, but they were not in the same position that Homelander is in here. Homelander, remember that episode that they had last time with the milkshake and whatnot? Then how he started yelling and Ryan just went to his room and slammed the door, and then Homelander stopped and realized he fucked up. So I think that was this moment here. He stopped himself from going after him, but I think we all agree that if Ryan would have walked over there, he literally would have gotten like backhanded out of the building.
Yeah, it was definitely in his best interest not to go.
Yeah, to leave. He made the right choice.
Yeah, it's like, let's just keep our teeth where they are right now.
Mm-hmm.
The Deep is in his feels about what he did to Ambrosius, and while Ashley gives Homelander the list of all the people they have to pay off if they fired, Homelander just gives her that look. She switched it up real quick to the people that we'd have to let go. She knows what's about to go down. Why is she still there, Phantom? I'd have had like Ashley.
She can't leave.
Ashley knows what's about to go down. I would have given it to my assistant Ashley, and I'd have been out the door. I'd have already been gone.
Regardless, she's gonna die.
No. I mean, well, that she probably would have still been hunted down and killed. But at this moment in time, anyone that has been there for any long amount of time that has seen that many company secrets, even if she would have left after last season, some random accident would have been shown on Vault Network, News Network, and it would have been her dead from something. So I don't think she has a choice. She's fucked if she do, fucked if she don't. If she stays, at least she's able to survive for another day.
That's why with a Deep, you were smart by saying that. It's like, oh, if we're gonna hunt down people that know our secrets, Ashley should be on top of the list. And for her not to be there was like baffled me. I'm like, what?
Well, but she's the one that made the list. Remember, Homelander told her specifically to make that list.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, so she's not going to put herself on there. And Deep, we know that this season has had it in for her since episode 1. So now, now that shit's still in the back of his head, and I think that's why he made sure to mention, like, yeah, she should be on here too.
Absolutely. I mean, of all
people, they didn't even care. He was like, "Oh yeah, put her on."
Mm-hmm. I mean, it wasn't wrong. I mean, just fair is fair. I don't want her to die either, but it makes sense that she would be on that list. So yeah.
Johnny says, "Do we really think she was just going to the toilet when A-Train saw her? She was certainly transmitting something in Homelander's room. Find out in season 5." Oh, she's doing something more than that in there.
I mean, look. I don't kink shame, but we know now. Ashley up there with Janet. Miss Ashley, if you're nasty. So maybe it was some extracurricular stuff going on outside of the floater in the toilet. I don't know.
I mean, poor Ashley, like, why run out of the room when that bitch tried closing the door early on her? Like, when Firecracker gave me that look and closed the door, I'd have just stood there. Like, make her look stupid. Like, poor Ashley is just
what would it though? I mean, it's Homelander standing right there though, and he just told her to leave. If she's not quick enough to get out the door, if she just stood there, I don't think Homelander would look at Firecracker like she was wrong. I think he would still be looking at Ashley like, bitch, I told you to leave though.
That's crazy. You're probably right though. And why run out the room? I mean, that is, I don't know. That is crazy. Why is it so satisfying to see Homelander like put Firecracker in a place though and tell her to take a seat many seats farther away?
Right,
I know she's the bad one and supposed to be the villain, but like I just feel she's so soft and feeble in the game. Like, why do we care what's even going on with her?
It's about the breast milks, man. You know, like what was it, Dave Chappelle with the parody of Making the Band, you know, breast milk, you make my day. It's all about that. But now, because of that breast milk that she's able to produce, she's hacking up lungs every 2 seconds. And Homelander's just looking at her like, ew, bitch, you about to get SARS. Get away from me. You in my air with that. She can't fathom that he will push her away that quickly.
She looked a little wounded by Homelander being so quick to dismiss her. Like, will the boys be able to turn her into an asset by the end of it? Like, get her to turn on Homelander? Maybe that's how.
I don't know.
Check out how I have this written. Get her to turn on Homelander, then maybe that's how they take him out, or at least slow him down. Somehow slip a drug to her, maybe the virus itself.
With the breast milk.
And then have him drink it. I knew I was like,
I mean, maybe it's possible, but I think they would be hard pressed to make her do that willingly, because if you look, she did look like she was real hurt about it, but she also like legit looked like her health was not good. She was like, her face looked sticky, like she's sitting there having a fever right now, but she's still out here trying to put this work in because she wanted to impress him so bad. I mean, she's putting herself at risk.
Maybe that's what that whole scene was about, him being able to smell and taste the cilantro. Maybe he'll smell that virus and not drink it because they're going to try to do it that way, but he's going to know something's wrong with it and not drink it.
Some of the deadliest poisons are not detectable.
Yeah, true.
So, I mean, and I think they can make things that...
Breast milk is his kryptonite. He won't even care. He's into this Gulf.
That's right. This is right. That's what I'm saying. He's gonna think it like all they have to do is put like the right fragrance in it. Like it's a weird thing with humans and how we process smell, or I'm sorry, how we process taste. A lot of it is through smell. Like look that shit up on the orange juice company. You might double think whether you want to actually drink orange juice. Again, there's fragrance in there. That's what we're tasting. And I think that's what would happen here with this milk and whatever form of the virus they put into it. And actually putting shit in breast milk, that is like right up Butcher's alley. So I'm liking put like a double star next to that. I'm liking that idea more and more.
The Deep has his once a year idea, and like he said, he mentions that if we're taking out people who have dirt on us, shouldn't Ashley's name be at the top of the list? And Ashley listening through this door that somehow isn't soundproof.
Again, how did Homelander not know she was listening?
Yeah, she sprints to her office where she seems to have a secret supply of V and just instantly injects herself.
No, that wasn't. Didn't she go to Homelander's spot?
Yeah,
she doesn't have compound. The only one that has compound V is Homelander. Remember, she said that he keeps it all under lock and key in his quarters.
Got it. Like, would you go this route or simply just try to make a run for it and like test your luck on the way out? What do you think, AK? Are you trying to make a run for it?
No, both. I think she is exactly right, because this is the same scenario that Victoria was going through with Zoe. I have a superpower, and am I going to try to protect my family always, every way? Yes, absolutely. However, if for whatever reason I am incapacitated, then they need to be able to stand on their own 2 feet. And the only way I can do that is to inject them with this shit too. So yeah, that it made sense to me. Take that shit. And we know that she got out because when Homelander got back, she was not there, passed out anymore. So I am very curious to see what her power will be and how it's going to manifest next season. That's like my number one on the list right now. I'm very looking forward to
She
that.
better be sitting down. That's all I'm saying.
I'm saying that would be perfect.
She better be.
You
what?
remember Sindel from Mortal Kombat? How she had, or Medusa from the Inhumans. They both have the ability to like control and do crazy shit with their hair.
Yeah, it probably will be something to do with her hair.
And both of that, it all fits. It
like
fits,
that.
and I feel like she is such a staple character here in this show. I think we can see her doing some really cool shit. Actually, that's gonna be the boys' secret weapon right there, not Firecracker. It's gonna be Ashley.
I don't know. I think she's such a sex and dom and so into so many sex scenes and I think it's gonna be something. She's gonna be like, her superpower is gonna be like the love sausage. Like she's gonna have some crazy. It's insane.
Okay, and that completely still works because she can even easier than distract Homelander and get him away from Firecracker. Sage, however, Sage is the wild card though. We don't know what capacity she's gonna be in. So I love spinning tinfoil with y'all. There's just so many cool avenues that could go down with her getting powers.
She's going to be the absolute super squirter. Like, that's going to be her superpower. It's going to be insane.
I'm not mad at that.
No longer is strong, but he does not know how to fight. What do you think? Do you think that John was saying earlier that he thinks that maybe Ryan's already stronger than Homelander? Do you think he already is?
I think he is.
Older.
I think he is. I think he actively not only holds himself back in different cases, but he also doesn't completely grasp what his full strength is, because we've seen him kill, well, I mean, not to that scene yet, but for this episode, we've seen him kill twice, and both times it was not something he meant to do. So I think I agree with that. I think he is already stronger. He just does need the proper training. But as of right now, gents, if you can allow me, DJ, to give my rating, I do got to head out because I'm later than I said I was going to be for the Costume Co stream, so I'm going to run over there. My rating for this one, though, I'm gonna give this a solid 10 because it gave us the answer to some breadcrumbs that we had, and it gave us some new shit to look forward to. Like number one, again, I'm really looking to see what Ashley's gonna do. Number two, with what's gonna happen with Sage, I'm looking forward to that. And number three, where the fuck are they taking everybody? Especially fucking Kimiko, because Kimiko got that pouch, that fear got knocked out of her. It was more stressful for her to see Frenchie getting got, and that kicked her back into gear to get her voice back. So cool on all of that. Appreciate y'all. Tuesday we're gonna be back for what are we doing on Tuesday? Oh, we got the finale. Yeah, we got the House of Dragon finale. All right, word. I will see y'all then, boys. John Boy, you know where we be at. Hit me up, and I will catch y'all later, gents. Peace out.
Be easy. Thanks. We'll talk to you soon.
For sure.
Oh, so where are you at, fandom? What do you think Ashley's superpower is going to be? What's she going to turn into?
Yeah, it's just something with her hair. Just the fact that she keep losing her, wearing these damn wigs. Something like I said, something with Sindel about. But for me, I would not have done that because you don't know like what powers you're gonna get.
Exactly, or how it's gonna affect you, and that's just insane.
When A-Train offered me, hey, let's just go away, I would have spent with A-Train.
Yeah, let's just bounce. Mother's Milk gets Singer to an underground bunker, but unfortunately, he's brought the assassin in with him, and Fake Annie just walked right into the job. And after hearing Singer like bitch at Mother's Milk for not having already killed Victoria, like I'm about to start rooting for Fake Annie to actually take him out. Like he seems like a real asshat. And like thinking back on past scenes with him, he's pretty much always been a douche. So I don't know, maybe it wouldn't be so bad to have him taken out. What do you think?
The Singer guy?
Singer, the president Singer. He seems like an asshole. Like, do we really need to save this guy?
Because I like the actor, I would say yes out of bias. But if he had died, oh well, so that's so sad. But oh my gosh, like this like skin change or everything, like this guy is like, or her is like a menace. So how many bullets went through and still could not stop? Like it was ridiculous.
Oh, that was crazy. Fake Annie slips up, and Huey now knows for a fact that she's the shifter. And at the same time, real Annie was going through it. And like, while peeling skin finds a way to like rip her arms out of those shackles, like, ugh. I was like, come on, Annie, the boys need you. But, it's time to remember you're a superhero. But that was kind of brutal, wasn't it? Just ripping her open. Back in the bunker, the boys are like being terrible actors, so the shifter instantly knows that like they know that she's the killer, and all hell breaks loose. Like Kimiko barely got Singer through that slow ass opening door before Fake Annie like killed everybody else in the room. That was pretty sick. Push that one girl into the coat rack. I mean, that was brutal.
Yeah, but it was also hilarious how Huey told Mother's Milk about it, and then he was like, "Wait, what?" And then maybe she showed the ring, and he's like, "Oh my god, you actually like." Gave your grandmother's ring to her. It was ridiculous. He's like, yo, the real Annie finds out you're dead.
Yeah. Oh, the look he gave him was priceless. That was great. Then we get a gauge on like how powerful is Kimiko? Like, is she only slightly stronger than a regular humor, but like has ultra quick healing capabilities? Because it seemed like Fake Annie was tossing her around like a rag doll. Like when they were squabbling, like why is the shifter so much stronger than a healer?
Well, yeah, look at it. She's almost like a what you call it, Deadpool and Super Soldier Serum, Captain America #1. She's just that strong and also can regenerate.
And how many times, like poor Kimiko, like how many times do you think she's died this season and come back? Like I said, this poor woman has gone through it this season.
She probably died the most than any other character.
Oh my god.
That came back.
Mother's Milk is trying to like open the last bunker door, but it's too late. Fake Annie is there and probably going to kill them all. And as she starts coming towards them, she gets tackled from the side. Real Annie has made it here and ready for some redemption. And the two battle it out, and it looks like Starlight.
But that was unrealistic, though. From where she was wherever she was kidnapped from, was able to go all the way to this damn bunker in time. I'm like, what?
Well, we don't know. We don't know the timeline of when she got loose compared to that. Like she could have gotten loose back like when they were first walking into the bunker or something. We have no idea. And we don't know how far away. I mean, maybe the bunker was actually kind of close to that place. Who knows?
Yeah, it's hella convenient.
Oh, yeah, we'll give them the plot convenience right there. But the two battle it out, and it looks like Starlight has figured some things out. Like she's not sure if she's truly a hero, but she does know she's the bitch whooping your ass right now. I was like, well done, Annie. Also, one who realizes there's no winning left, Victoria finally gets the wake-up call from Homelander. Like, once he said, you're my puppet, and if you get 1 inch out of line, I'll send you pieces of your daughter every year. I mean, again, I think she should have just went for it when she's had the chance. Try to pop that head, dude. Get him gone, because better that than be put in the position she's in right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. Would you have went for it, or would you just been like, nope, too dangerous?
I would have went for it the moment they outed me on TV. I'm like, wow, he is talking about my secret like that? Done.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to do something. Back on the farm, our crew returned to find Frenchie has like perfected the virus, but they're not exactly in the best of spirits. They just got their asses handed to them, and they almost got the president killed while trying to protect him. That is everybody but Kimiko. She got a big old smile for Frenchie, and he was happy that he got it done. She was happy he finally got it done. She's the only one happy for him. But now back together, Huey does have an extremely uncomfortable chat with Annie, and she tells him that she met his fiance, and of course she's going to be mad at the situation, but can she really stay that mad at Petite Huey? Like, is any of this really his fault? How is he going to know?
I mean, he kind of like told on himself, like, oh, well, she wasn't like you because you did this, you did that. I'm like, dude, you say all this stuff, and you didn't know it was her. Oh my god.
Oh, and then of course, yeah, being Huey, he just steps right in it. Like she looked just like you, right down to that little freck. Oh, like Huey.
Yeah, shut up, man.
No one to zip it, my guy. Like too much. He then tries to go in for the save, but our girl's been through it, and I don't know. He's got to know this is going to take some time. And while Huey's bemoaning his circumstances, he gets a call from Victoria, who is also at her wit's end, and she's at the end of her rope. She thought she wanted this life, but now she sees that it's just a never-ending group of war games. It'll never end, and the only way to win it is not to play. So, of course, Huey's not buying it at first, but when she starts talking about her daughter, he knows she's being legit. Like, she would be a truly powerful asset on the boys, but even still, could you ever trust this woman? I mean, as soon as like everything settled down, wouldn't you be afraid she'd just pop everybody's head?
No.
Really?
Again, no, I wouldn't. Because at this point, now that she got outed, people weren't like trusting her. Homeland threatened your freaking kid. At this point, it's like that's like really the reason. Okay, she's not gonna do anything.
Oh yeah, if you want to, brother, we'll be here for a few more minutes. Oh, is this my guy? What?
Yo.
What is happening?
Yo,
What's up, lads? What's up? Sorry, yeah, I seen your message later, DJ. I went to the thing, it's like already sent. It's like shit. Yeah. Don't be talking about Queen Victoria, but she's one of my favorites this season. What are we talking about? I'm Team Vic. Let's go.
We got J Train in the house. What is good, brother? Oh, so you've been watching it? You've seen the finale and all 8 episodes and all in?
Caught up, full of theories. We've already ran fandom through the mixer. We know what hero he is. I have to remember the name. We have his powers. We have all this shit we do.
He's ready to go. He's got it down.
We're gonna
finishing this one up. We're like back up at Vought Towers, and the Supes are enacting Homelander's plan and taking out any and all employees who might have any damning evidence on any Supe. And the sheer ridiculousness of like the way they were running around killing people in the halls was like next level. Like even killing ones whose name wasn't on the list. We just looked at him like, bro. Like you were saying, Johnny, like, was this you said this was a slow season? I mean, the sheer audacity.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you buy a new car and then it works grand, but then when you need it and you're in a hurry somewhere and it just will not work, and you're like, shit, that's this season. And then out of nowhere, just boom, it starts hitting speeds you never knew it could hit. And it's like the season ender was that good. I don't care. It's like, so I love this episode. Was fucking brilliant. So I'm not here to shit on it, but it was ridiculous. What is Firecracker's actual power again? I haven't seen her actually properly use it because Annie just kept slapping the shit out of her plot wise. What does she actually do? Like, you help me, like, before he
she just creates fireworks in her hands. Like we saw like one time, and I was like, "That's it."
She's a little bit stronger than your average bear, and she can snap like little sparklers in her hand.
So she was right to have a gun then. Just
yeah.
Yeah,
she's next to nothing. She's barely a Supe, and that's kind of the fantastic part of it all.
Yeah, it's Benny Hill music. And then the deep, Jesus Christ, man, they're really going out of their way with him, aren't they? Like, the writer's joke was good, wasn't it? It's like, I'm a writer. No, shit, you don't get paid shit. It's like, oh, very good, man. It's very good.
Oh, yeah. The way they like intertwine stuff with real life situations is fantastic on this show. Like, so seamless and just in your face. Like, this is the real life if you want to like acknowledge it or not. And it is fantastic.
Yeah.
Back on the farm, Huey's trying to get everyone on board with bringing Victoria over to their side, and no one seems happy about it. Like, she's a monster, and none of them are ready to forgive all that she's done. And I mean, aren't they kind of right? Like, again, how could would you ever trust this woman, John?
Butt naked in bed, I trust that woman. She had a dagger in her hand, man. 100%, not 100%. I'm overdoing it for the sake of it, but yeah, I think when you look at her position throughout the whole thing, it's not like she's doing it out of callousness. She doesn't come across callous to me. There's always a reason, and she's good at playing the game. Like under her father, the stepfather, she was used. The only thing she has is her daughter, and she's like, by any means necessary, I have to get her out of here. So for that reason alone, I trust her. As soon as she gave the location of her daughter, I'm like, that's the one thing she loves in this world. So for me, that's enough. I'm like, okay, I'm listening. Why would you give that information out? Do you know what I mean? Like, she had nothing. So yeah,
situations change, and she might be feeling it now. But once things settle down, and she could go back into taking power or anything, the wind shifts, boom, your head's popped, and there's nothing you can do about it. That is a frightening situation.
Can she pop Soup's heads? Like, I assume that they have a stronger skeleton, so to speak. Like, has she killed the Soup though? I'm not aware of here. Just quickly,
I believe so. I'm not 100% on that. But I believe so. But she doesn't know if she can pop like Homelander's head, like the super strong ones. She said she doesn't know, and that's why I keep thinking it's about time to find out. Like,
yeah, I agree. That makes sense then. Yeah. So how would you know? Like, that means the only one that it'd be Mother's Milk, Frenchie, and Huey then at risk, so to speak, of that deal compared to the rest of them. Like,
right.
Yeah, I trust her though, DJ, just for them reasons. I think she's always been manipulated into situations. This was her. I get your point though. It's decently wrote. You can make arguments on both sides, but
I
yeah.
mean, she wasn't like there wasn't any reason that when she had to pop all the heads of her staff assistants that were only there to help her. Like she just did it like, oh, they're getting too close, or she wants a new one. Like she was popping heads left and right. She is a bit of a monster. I don't know if I'd ever trust that woman.
Yeah. That's your argument. They came in a bit strong. They came in a bit strong. Yeah, I hear you. But in that situation,
Huey talks him into it, and they decide to bring her and her daughter in. And on the way out of the meeting, Starlight informs Huey that he will be getting every STD test known to man. She's not about to end up with shifter syphilis. Like, Huey could not have been happier. Like, he knows he's back on the path to getting his baby back. Fuck yeah, Huey. Fuck yeah.
He deserved that moment, man. Jesus Christ. After what happened to his father and then with Tech Knight, it's like, this dude is only human. He didn't get a break. And he took the temporary V shit. That's obviously message our body up as well. Like, it's like, yeah. He deserved that. He deserved that moment of glory.
Let's give him some happiness. And speaking of fuck yeah, we get another confession. This time from Kimiko. She just admitted the only reason she told Frenchie to be with Colin is that she believed he deserved to be with somebody better than her. Music to his ears, he assured her there was no one better than her. Like, ha! Called it. And I wish AK was here for this one, but I knew these two were going to end up together. Like, I literally cheered out loud when she get up on those toes and kiss that man.
The smug and the voice of DJ, I missed it. Like that was from the gullet. That was.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. How pumped were you when she finally kissed this man, fandom? What were you feeling on that?
Because like for ages, we knew like they were kind of a thing, and then this season opened, they kind of weren't. I was like, what the hell happened? So for it to like finally come full circle, okay, fine.
Oh, that was
the whole other storyline with what was that guy's name that was Starlight thing? Whatever, was it Collins or something?
Colin, yeah.
Yeah, like finally, okay, that's over. It's done with. Let's not bring him back up because that whole subplot was trash. Wasting time and energy.
Oh, David, we are in 100% agreement, man, bro. That's the same. That thing, right? It felt like they wrote the whole season and then they forgot about Frenchie. I was like, oh shit. What can we do with Frenchie? That's what I felt like. And like with Kimiko, they had a thing for it. Like, we can use you with your healing abilities in these scenes. And they forgot all about Frenchie. Let's make him this bullshit romance style, Emma. And then just bring him back into the fort by the end of it. That's what I felt like. I loved the scene. But I was like, yeah, I was never in doubt about that. It was just filler. I was like, yeah, just get it over with.
Yeah, get those two over with and get my girl Kimiko. I knew these two were going to end up together. Oh, they didn't think so, but yep, there it was. We got it. Our girl and my guy together at once. But not such a happy reunion. Down in the bunker, Ryan finds out the true reason that Grace and Butcher have invited him. They want to train him up to be their weapon to kill his dad. Like, when he asked to leave, Grace gives him a heartfelt story about how much she loves him, and then he kills her. But, I mean, didn't she kind of have it coming? I mean, what was she thinking right there?
Go on, David. Look at any handouts from me, you little fucker.
Really, indeed. I think both me and freaking Johnny.
Well, just Grace gives like Ryan this heartfelt story about how much she loves him, but then says what she's gonna do to him. Like, didn't she kind of have this coming? Like, what are you thinking bringing this little boy in and then telling him like you're gonna train him to be a weapon to kill his father? What'd she think was gonna happen?
Yeah, because even we mentioned like earlier within, I think it was like 7, we talked about this. Like what was gonna end up happening, and like he was just pushing it. And what happened? Death.
I mean, the look on his face was one of many feelings like rushing through at once. Like, good on the actor. He was killing it. But he seemed like a little remorseful, but then even more so like, didn't I tell you? Let me go. So I don't know. How'd you feel about that one, John?
Yeah, I don't like agreeing with Andy, to be honest with you. It's a very weird sensation, because I agree with you there. What's wrong with me tonight? This is what happens when I'm working and I'm sober, drinking tea, man. I've become a normal human. But I agree. No, I absolutely agree. I think Butcher played the outro episode perfect with him. To be like, yeah, look, it's your choice. You know, I mean, thanks for coming to see me. Like, he was actually touching on his heart, which is the part that's different for him and Homelander, is, you know, the way he was brought up with his mother. Butcher was leaning into that, like, and I think he would have coming around. I think if you let him go and he would have come back to you. And she was just so adamant. Yeah, poor choice of words, and yeah, it was an accident as well, though. It wasn't just It was an accident. Like it was the same shit. Remember with the training stunt double dude when he didn't know his own strength? Like it was an accident as well. It wasn't a straight out cold kill. Like,
but he's having lots of accidents. I mean, he needs to be able to control that. And like I said, when he was looking at it, it wasn't just a look of total remorse. It was kind of like one of, when I tell you to get out of my way, get out of my way. That's crazy.
What age is he?
What's that?
What age is Ryan? Like, what age is he supposed to be?
Like 12, 13.
I believe he's 12, yeah.
Yeah, apologies for having superpowers, DJ, and not having your emotions under control. Apologies.
Yeah, that's true. But what's going to happen when this kid grows up? Like, he could truly be Homelander 20 times worse. Like, there will be no controlling anything. He does what he wants when he wants.
I think that's the coin toss. It's like the Targaryen, isn't it? They flip a coin when a Targaryen is born. You flip a coin and the world looks on in horror.
Yeah, exactly.
One of them.
The boys brace for the arrival of Victoria and her daughter, and it's a bit of a rough start, but things seem to be getting on a bit, and that is until Butcher walks in. He only has 2 words to say: no deals. Like, Huey pleads with him and begs with him to trust him, but Butcher has never had a more singular tunnel vision. He said no deals, and he meant it. And then we get to see the true strength of Butcher and like how he was able to deal with Ezekiel. The monster inside this man busts out of his chest, snatches up Victoria real quick, while also knocking out her daughter and keeping everyone else at bay. Like, he has a straight up Kraken inside him. Like, how powerful is this man? Because he just snatch up Homelander and rip him in half?
You went by Huey's amazing speech, Dave. You see that shit? This DJ is a troll, man. Huey gave a great little speech, man.
He did indeed.
But then we really saw a preview of that when we had that farm episode with that rabbit.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, dang, so actually was going to get a shot at what was going to happen with them.
Yeah, actually, why did the rabbit have the same thing he fucking had, actually? That's a good point.
Yeah.
Like the tentacle shit. Is it just random? Like, and they just happen to have the same.
Oh, no, because that rabbit also was taking on 10V. So I guess that's why.
Huey took temp V and he can transfer.
But he took it like once or twice or so, as opposed to like Butcher. He kept using it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's almost kind of like the same thing coming out of Zoe's mouth. Like, that thing crawls out of
his. Then it got worse because then he used Compound V that was in French's desk.
Right.
So that's very interesting. Good pick up there, lads. I didn't even put that together. So the more you take Compound V then, rather than having a unique... Yeah, you're right. Because remember, Butcher's original ability when he took it was he had stronger... He was stronger.
Yeah.
And he had laser eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
That was his thing. Yeah, and now it's just tentacles because you took too much. If you take too much, it just builds up and then combust. Yeah, that's a great pickup, lads. I didn't put that together.
He was seemingly eased, like ripped Newman completely in half, showering them all in her blood. And good thing the sight of blood barely phases Petite Huey anymore because he was bathing in it. And then when it was done, Butcher just walks up, grabs the virus from Frenchie, and simply states, "I wouldn't hang about if I was you lot. And oh, by the way, you're all welcome." Like, this was as brutal as it gets, but kind of in the end, like, is this not the best result? Like, I mean, if not the safest one, I mean, if they were all aware and none of them would be able to truly, they were all scared of Newman. None of them were ever going to trust her. And like, Butcher basically always makes the hard choices that they can't. Like, deep down, aren't they kind of happy that this is the result that happened, fandom, or are they just in horror? What do you think?
Actually, there's a bit of both. One, freaking Millie Butcher. That's the first time you ever see him do shit like that. So now you're really gonna be in horror because you're worried about Homelander, but now this could be like your next big bad here.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second thing is like, for how long now you've been trying to kill Vicky, and like, wow, your solution was like pretty much right in front of you this whole time.
I mean, who knew that Butcher like was gonna be like this? He is way bigger and stronger than anybody thought he would be, and just, yeah, that's crazy. And I mean, like, what if they missed? Like, they have a gun and they're hoping to what? Maybe shoot Homelander in the eye, and maybe it gets through. Maybe he doesn't snatch the dart. Like, what is their plan with this virus? How are they even thinking about injecting it into Homelander?
How fast is Homelander, DJ?
He's pretty fast. He's not as fast as A-Train, but he's pretty fast.
He kind of like, he has a 9 out of 10 of most of their abilities. A-Train has a 10 out of 10 in speed, and then 7s in other areas, whereas Homelander has like 9s on the board. So A-Train has that bit over him on 10. Like, I'm just trying to get a gauge of how we're going to work this, because technically then A-Train can still outrun that fucker. But A-Train's going to come back for redemption. But sorry, it's on your point. Yeah, it was a horrible scene, DJ. You know me and David like Newman, so you're trying to coast us into it, man. This is no.
Well, on that flip side, they kind of made this virus for Newman, because they said they don't know if it'll be strong enough to kill Homelander, but it would definitely be strong enough to kill Newman. So that's something else. What if we end up injecting this into Homelander and it's not even enough?
I thought the whole thing was trying to get that virus into Ryan.
That's what his inner Joe, that's what the Joe part of him was saying, was interject Ryan and kill him before he becomes too big, because he'll become more dangerous than Homelander ever was.
Yeah.
But if this won't even kill Homelander, then how is it going to kill Ryan? Maybe it won't be strong enough to kill him. I mean, we got to know just how strong this potent thing is, because like they said, they didn't think it would be strong enough to kill Homelander. It was for Victoria. Now Victoria's dead, so is the virus even worth anything at this point?
And how far is Butcher's morality gone as well? Because he did push the kid aside. He didn't kill her, even though she was a soup as well.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, exactly.
So the bit of morality is still there, you know, in that way. Like,
yeah, and he still had that Butcher wise ass like sentiment to it, like, yo, welcome. Like, he's still Butcher under there, kind of.
oh, his hair was black. Yeah, his face was back to fucking season 2. Like, it's like, what the fuck? Like, what?
Yeah, yeah, he's de-aging, and that's the thing. Like, did Venom take over? Like I said, he gave Huey that kind of goodbye speech. Like, this is the end. I'm done. Can you go to that steakhouse for me? Like, I'm at the end of my rope here. And then now all of a sudden he's just all up and knocking people out and ripping soups in half. Like, is Butcher dead and this thing's taking over his body?
If it was, then he would have killed the daughter as well.
Maybe he just doesn't kill kids. Like, he's got to be an adult. I don't know. Maybe there's a code. Who knows? But at home, Homelander hears the news that Victoria is dead, and he's crying, wallowing in self-pity because he thinks his plan is all gone to shit. And in walks Sage with a balloon. She's there to tell him this was the plan all along. She just had to keep certain parts of it to herself. Like, he then watches the news. I don't know. What's up, Phantom? You truly think that this was all her plan 100%?
Of course it was, man. A few hiccups here and there, but she still got to where she needed to be.
I mean, he was still watching the rest of the news unfold as it's Singer who's like been pinned for the one responsible for Newman's murder. And Sage said this was her plan all along. I'm just like, was it? Or is she just playing like on convenient circumstances, John?
Well, she did point out, didn't you remember when Homelander first met her? And you're kind of trying to figure out her motive. And she does turn around and say that she'd love to be able to practice our tests on a global scale. This would have been one of them. I think she's out of curiosity. Yeah, I think the way they've built her up is she's that smart where she fucking she lobotomizes herself. Like, that's what I was, you must be ridiculous. And when she lobotomizes herself, she fucks the deep and she fucks Black Noir. She's normal, very funny.
Well, she doesn't lobotomize herself for Black Noir, just the deep.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like, she does
it
for it's very funny. I did laugh. But so yeah, I'd be with David on that. I think she meant it all. The fact she had the balloon and all would show. I'm just like, I know that the balloon doesn't confirm. Like, I know DJ's got what a fucking balloon means that she meant it all. I get it. I just mean the way he shot it, very competent. Like, I believe she did, and I believe there's going to be another ripple effect. I'd say midway season 5, where she has another toss and turn where Homelander's out of the equation, kind of thing, and Butcher stands in as the main one. I could see something like that. Butcher's the one to turn her tables because she's not aware of temp V and what that does. That's out of her jurisdiction. Like, but everything else, yeah, I think she meant it all.
Yeah, I mean, as she walks away, she tells Homelander, like, this is just the beginning. Like, she did this for fun. Can you even imagine what the next step in her evil maniacal plan is going to be? Like, she said, buckle up for phase 2. What is going to be phase 2, Phantom?
Killing Homelander. And then she said, just like Caesar, he didn't like Caesar get like stabbed 23 whatever times by his own people. So at this point, it looks like she's gearing up to kill Homelander.
Ooh, I like that.
I like that.
Because it seems like she's a fan of Maeve. Because wasn't it like her book had a cover like a Maeve on it?
That's true.
Oh,
I like that pickup. Yeah, I did.
I don't ask me to go after Dave after them two bangers. Jesus Christ.
She picked it up. I like that. That's a great pickup. Homelander wastes no time in getting in on air and slamming the deep state starlighters for all that's wrong with America. He got the president to deputize hundreds of soups and then cuts him off in front of on national TV, basically just to show the world that it's him that's now truly in charge. And when he's speaking, we see the boys basically taking Butcher's advice and bouncing. They all head off in different directions, but it doesn't matter. Homelander already has teams out chasing each and every one of them. And
What a broad idea was to freaking deputize a suit that has a freaking long ass penis. Get out of here.
sausage. Hey, we're doing all of them.
Love sausage.
Calling all soups. It's looking like it may be a semi-happy ending, or at least as good as it could be in the current situation. But all smiles soon fade as we see one by one our crew start getting snatched up by the bad guys. Like, I was like glad to finally get a glimpse of some of the characters from Gen V, but I wish we'd have gotten a lot more. Did you watch that series, John? The Gen V series?
No, because when I watched the writer before season 4 was coming out, I was like, do I have to watch it? Like, not that I heard it was shit. I heard it was okay. Like, I was just kind of, time constraints and shit. And I hadn't. But the writer says, no, you don't have to watch Gen V to be able to get it because we're gonna roll them out to you. But then he did kind of hint by season 4, is like, you're probably gonna have to watch season 2 of Gen V to watch the boys. So I'm gonna be on top of it, DJ.
Oh man, you got to do. Gen V was amazing, absolutely amazing. Like, I liked it a lot. I thought it was fantastic. Some of my friends think it's better than the boys. So.
Wow,
I don't know about
is it
that.
humorous and dark, like, or is it its own thing in the boys' universe? Like,
It's humorous and dark, and it's basically the boys in college, which can be like on a whole nother level because it's kids doing kind of kid stuff. But not
it's like X-Men.
College age people, yeah, like X-Men.
X-Men with Professor Xavier, more or less.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, down.
How sick, and just like the boys is like, this is what I think real superheroes would be if this was a real life thing. They wouldn't be like all good and Superman, Batman. They'd be like, we don't have to listen to anybody. We have the superpowers. And it's just like that in college. It's like how college kids would be with their powers, always doing some fuck shit.
Sold.
But poor Mother's Milk, like all the soups to send after him, did they have to send Love Sausage? Like, that is just cruel and unusual punishment. The one he hates the most, and he's already got like PTSD over it. Like, that was brutal. Also brutal, like Zoe getting taken to the place Victoria hated most of all. Like, how much rage and vengeance is she gonna have when she grows up and gets out of there?
Your man is gonna say, what, I forget his name, no, the president of all. He's definitely
Edgar.
Yeah, Edgar. Yeah, he's definitely saving her, man.
He'll get her. Yeah, he got to get his grandbaby. I like that. Absolutely, she won't be stuck in there. But I don't know, because Edgar's the one that put Victoria in there, so why wouldn't he leave her in there?
Because was he not going out with Victoria the whole time? He was like, I want to get your kid away and safe. You're not keeping your kid safe. That was his whole spiel. He sees her as his granddaughter, and she doesn't have the head popping skill, so she's not as of any use to him work wise, so it's just legacy, I think. That's just what I think, though.
Could be the reason why she kept him alive. It's like, oh, if anything happens to me, like, just raise Zoe.
Yeah. But I mean, his whole thing was, I kept you there to keep you safe. Maybe he'll keep Zoe there to keep her safe, but I don't know.
Who's running it? Who's running that school? Is it still him?
I don't know who's running it. We have no idea because they all broke out and got broke out. So who knows? Obviously, they put it back together, so we don't know who they put in charge.
Yeah, interesting.
So that'll be a big pop-up surprise too, maybe next season. But Kate whispered something into Frenchie's ear as he walked away like a zombie into the truck. Like, where do we think they're starting to take these guys?
Oh, she's definitely going to get Frenchie to make an antidote. And she's going to figure out everything he made and did. And she's going, now you're going to make the antidote.
I like that. I love that. Absolutely. That could definitely be what it is. You agree with that, fandom?
Yeah, possibly.
While walking away, Kamiko was so freaked out, she actually got her voice back, and it'll be nice to get to hear her finally talk next season. That was pretty amazing. I loved hearing that. But then Petite Huey gets taken away in a truck as well, and it looked like Starlight finally got her powers back. So why bounce now? You just got your powers back, and your man's being taken. Why not stay and fight and save your man? What was up with that, John?
That chick is unstoppable. That's that chick from the fucking asylum, man. It's like, no. It's like, I agree. You kind of gave her the look. This is not, no. Starlight, respect your powers. No, you are nowhere near this level. How would you go horror around onto Homelander's side? I definitely want to see a backup on that because she looked like a great character. where she's not on anybody's side. I'd like to know how they got her on board.
Yeah, they just caught her wandering and said, "Come do this," and she's like, "Okay." Like maybe she's just crazy and does what they say. But then we end seeing Butcher driving, looking at the virus, and thank goodness he took it, or all could already be lost. Like, will he aim to use it on Homelander, or is like he gonna try to get it replicated so he'll have enough to take out all the soups? Like, Homelander's having all these soups deputized and put in charge to take over the world. Is Homelander or is Butcher just gonna say screw it and go with genocide, or what?
He needs more because now that we see like that, I think it was like the after credit scene of like Soldier Boy. Now it's like you better use that on Soldier Boy at this point.
Yeah, he's the one that's too big. So you think Butcher will end up using that virus on Soldier Boy?
Yeah.
Why Soldier Boy, David? Sorry if I can answer that.
Yeah.
So I still think that Soldier Boy is even like stronger than Homelander because with Soldier Boy, remember he has the ability to like nerf people's abilities. So imagine if like Soldier Boy can like nerf freaking Billy Butcher, then it's like okay, that's makes it even worse.
Would that not be a bigger threat to Homelander than it is Billy Butcher? Because he's not going to be around for long after taking too much of it. Even Homelander called at the start of the season, like, I can see your heart, I see the tart. You're not around for long, mate. Like, would that not be a bigger threat to Would American fucking Soldier Boy, so you said Captain America for fuck's sake, would he not be a bigger threat to Homelander? Like, because Butcher has an expiry date on him. Do you know what I mean? I'm just asking questions. I don't know that.
Does Butcher have an expiration date though? Because he was looking all gray bearded and old when he was laying there and thing, but now when he came back and ripped Victoria in half, he was looking just fresh as a daisy.
Yeah, but the foresight of the rabbit. Remember, David picked up on it that only lasts so long before that killed you. He kind of had that look on his face, looking at the rabbit, going, "Oh, that's me. I'm fucked." That's what I took from it. I'm only like, I don't know if actually that's what I took from it.
Maybe the rabbit wasn't dying. He was just sick, morphing because the thing inside him was starting to morph him and take over, kind of like a Venom situation. Maybe he wasn't about to die.
You fucking haven't changed since 2017. You fucking prick. You haven't changed a bit, have you?
You want to hear a good one? We know Annie and Butcher absolutely hate each other. So of course next season we'll probably start off with them having to team up. So it would be so great if they let it slip that Annie did indeed get the abortion because of one drunken night. These two slipped up.
Oh my God! Stop it, DJ.
Yep, that's
Annie and Butcher.
Yep, that's why she had the abortion. Just one drunken night, they were just feeling in their feels and got too wasted, and one thing led to another, and he ended up getting her pregnant, and she's like, "Nope."
If anything, he probably got up Nate pregnant since they slept with each other.
What's that?
Butcher and Maeve. Remember that? Previous season they slept with each other.
I see probably Maeve being pregnant with Butcher's child in the next season.
That'd be pretty sick. I would love that. That'd be pretty sick. But I would love that's the reason Annie ended up getting the abortion because she knew it was Butcher's and not Huey's. That would be amazing.
Yeah, just like how fucking Tyrion was the third head of the dragon. No, he's an idiot. He's an idiot.
Oh, well, we did get an extra scene. Homelander finds out that his daddy is still alive and being kept in a box. And I don't know, is he going to wake up and like try to get the family thing back together again?
Hell no. Maybe he's probably just trying to like manipulate him to go kill Butcher, if anything.
You don't think he's going to wake him up and get him out of that tube?
Yeah, just to use him.
But then if he wakes him up, he might turn on him.
Actually, he could potentially do it because that chick from Gen V can literally just like whisper into his ear and then like have him like do whatever she wants. So boom.
That's true. Until
she worships him. I know that much about her. She worships Soldier Boy. Like she's apparently.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we shall see. Oh, I can't wait to see it. Oh, what do we think of this season and this episode and the season as a whole, John?
This episode, like, there's really anything that's a 10 out of 10. Like, you're going to the levels of the Red Wedding, the fucking opening the Game of Thrones. There's only certain levels, so it's hard for me to give this a 10. But like, I wouldn't complain about it higher. Like, I'd give it 9.5. Like, I thought it was deadly. Season was slow, start and stop. I don't care about the politics. I know people are going, I didn't care. It didn't affect me one bit. I just thought if you don't like the writing, just say you don't like the writing and it's slow. Grand. Don't really care. Boring. And yeah. The season ender, as I say, would you rather a great start to a season and fizzle off, or would you rather it's a slow start and then end great? Because then you're excited. So what I got, I don't mind. I don't think it was as bad as some people are saying. I enjoyed it, DJ. 7 out of 10 for the season, 9.5 for the episode.
There you go. How about you, Phantom? What did you think about it?
season overall, it was okay because learning that season 5 was like the last season is going to be the last season. It felt like they just did nothing but build up, and being this like the rising action for season 4, and then we're going to get like the amazing season 5, the finale. So it was pretty much just set up in the entire season. You just had the boys like at their lowest. That was pretty much the entire season. Like almost every single member was at their lowest, and then we see the finale of half of them practically captured, except like 2 people. So overall, it was okay season. Like a 7 out of 10.
Oh, and then we get to see the redemption arcs and the rise of them all next season. Can't wait to see it. I am here for it.
And Mother's Milk is gonna die.
Hey, what's your rating, you sneaky bastard?
I'll give it a 9 out of 10 both ways. I loved it. I was here for it all season long. There wasn't an episode where I was like, oh man, why I just wasted my time? I love The Boys. It's one of my favorite series, and it's just like it's a habitual line stepper. It is just constantly taking it to the next level. Oh, you don't think we could sink lower? Here, watch this. Hold my foot. It's incredible. I love it. I'm here for it.
You have to do Peacemaker season 2 as well, DJ.
Oh, dude, wait till that comes out. Absolutely. That's going to be the shit. We'll definitely be on that one. 100% as soon as it comes.
Can I ask you? Oh, sorry, DJ.
No, go ahead. Hit it up.
I was going to say, how do we think Homelander's dying? Like, because we all kind of gave sideways, well, not sideways, but different ones. If we had to lock it down here, where are we landing with Homelander?
I don't think Homelander's gonna die. I think he's the star of the show, and I don't think he dies. I think he's like they find out that he is dying once that whole thing with his hair falling out and him aging. Like I think they just see that he's getting older and that he is gonna die. I don't think they do kill him off.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. David, that's interesting. I like it. I like that.
How about Bully Butcher has to kill him. That's the only character I feel like has to kill him.
But that's just it. I think Homelander's had so many chances to actually kill Butcher, and he hasn't, that I think when it comes down to it, Butcher won't kill him. And Butcher actually had the chance to kill him once before with Soldier Boy, and he didn't do it.
Yeah, because Ryan was in the way. Now he kind of like with the other like his persona now on
right his inner self.
Yeah, so now it's not going to even matter.
What if they use Soldier Boy's power to depowerize you, and then Homelander becomes what he hates, a feeble human being locked up in the cell? Or they depower him, so he's like the rest of the people, the sheep, as he likes to call the rest of the world. Off dehumanize him that way.
Feel it.
Or depower, not humanize him. Sorry.
Does his power dehumanize him, or does he just blow a hole in people and kill them? I remember he powered up and got that super blast thing that he shoots out of his chest. Like,
yeah, he has that. He can like depower them for like temporarily.
I remember
his strength.
But Maeve,
yeah, because he took Maeve, and first we saw with Kimiko. Because remember when it happened to Kimiko when she wasn't healing? They were like worried like she was gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need a refresher. Get to go back. Yeah, it'll be fun rewatching it all and seeing where it goes.
Rewatch season 3. For me, that was like the best season of the Boys.
Oh, yes.
I can't believe what's going on, and there's no way that next season could be the last of it because it just can't be over. It's too good, and they'll throw some money at it and keep this party going. I believe. But as usual, it's just like 7 for the 7. We got 7 quick questions. See what anybody remembers about this episode. Shit! Comment section down below. What T-shirt was Mother's Milk wearing this episode? AK already said it.
Oh, what was it? Fucking, it's like Black Piano or something on the man. I was reading it. Fuck. I did read his T-shirt. Going, wait, what's that say? Like a fucking shit. For a minute, I thought it was a Black Lives Matter T-shirt. I was like, oh shit, you are really not giving a fuck about it. And it wasn't. It was something else. No, I won't remember, but I do remember saying it. Like shit.
Anybody remembers that one? Put it down in the comment section down below. What T-shirt was Mother's Milk wearing this episode? What year did Vought win Most Trusted Company? Oh, that's a deep cut.
2012.
That is incorrect. Great guess.
1967.
Anybody remember that one? Put it in the comment section down below. What year did Vought win Most Trusted Company? It was a lot more recent than that. I'll tell you that.
Where?
Not quite that recent.
Like your man is locked up, from Vought and all, and you're naming that. It's like not a good look.
Where is Annie's mother living at the moment?
fuck's sake, how do you block these out of fucking energy?
I mean, she's not in a nursing home.
Old girl said,
California.
No, it's just where it's a certain place. She said, "What, you think I'm going to go there to kill your mother? That means I would have to go blank. Nobody should have to go blank. That's just cruel and unusual."
The church?
No, it's a place. It's a city, and you're right in the state that it's in.
California.
I believe it's in California. I do believe.
Okay, rehab.
No,
I was being serious.
no, it's a city.
Laugh at my answer.
Oh, keeping the names. What coffee place did Firecracker and most of the people on the show get their Java place? What's the name of the coffee place that most people on the show get their coffee from?
Dunkin' Donuts.
Incorrect.
They used to get this.
Kamiko said she even had sex with somebody that worked there.
Starbucks.
Oh, if anybody knows that one, put in the comment section down below. How many times did Huey say he and fake Annie had sex?
30.
Like 30-something times.
Anybody remember that one? Put in the
Not
comments.
30. I say 30 in one night.
That was not it. How many times did Huey say that he and
13
had sex? That is incorrect. Anybody knows that one? Put it in.
So far, David, we're smashing it, bro. 0 for 0. Let's go, yo.
Oh, this is a deep cut. What rare illness did Huey say Starlight was 90%?
It's when he's giving this fucking speech thing to her, isn't he? He's getting back and he's like, and that's why I fell. He was explaining why he fell in love with her. Like he says, hey, 90% this psychotic.
What'd you say it was? What did you say?
Psychotic.
No, I say, oh yeah, 90%. No, that wasn't it. Yeah, but you're right. You're right on the exact same spot. What rare illness did Huey say Starlight was 90%?
Go on, David. Jump in for a steal, man. I'll set you up on the plate.
That's not OCD. That's others though.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Oh, what nickname did Sage call Homelander this episode?
Cowboy.
As she's walking away, she gave him a little nickname. What'd she call him? What nickname did Sage call Homelander this episode? Know that one? Put in the comment section down below. And last but certainly not least, Kamiko finally spoke a word this episode. What was it?
No.
Absolutely correct. I'm gonna end it on a banger. There we go. We got it. Kamiko. Oh man, that's crazy. I can't wait to hear her talk next season. Like, what's that gonna be like? Where do you think they're taking her? Like, are they gonna take her or just let her because they just gonna let her go because they have no use for her and they just want Frenchie? Or what do you think they're gonna do with Kamiko?
They might as well just run torture experiments with her. I can't even talk. Torture experiments on her since she can always like regenerate.
That's brutal.
Oh, you could practice the antidotes or the venoms on her to see how they affect soups. Yeah, Frenchie will be doing the experiments on her under
my god,
the influence. Yeah, that's fucked up.
Stop it! What? Oh, that's probably exactly what they're gonna do now.
Awesome. Yeah, like that's a push trend set where you can still keep the character alive and fuck with your head. Like,
that's brutal. That is brutal. Are they gonna take it there? Are they gonna take it there? They are habitual line steppers. I can see it. That is brutal. Oh, I love that one. We're going to end it on that one. That's an absolutely fantastic one. It's been a lovely season. I've had a great time. Thank everybody for being here. And we'll definitely be on it when it comes back up. I'm looking forward to Gen V Season 2. And I can't wait to see where this story goes from here. But that's going to do it for us. We want to thank John for jumping on us and jumping on here and finishing out with us. Good to see you again, brother. And I can't wait to do a few more of these with you. Got some time open, and we're going to get into it. So we'll be back on Tuesday doing the finale of the Dragons, House of the Dragons. So we hope to see everybody there. And I hope everybody out there is having an absolutely fantastic week, and it only gets better from here. Till we see you on the next one. Be easy, everybody.
Take care of yourself.